Hey everyone! Today we're tackling something that I think a lot of you are interested in. How can we improve software engineering education? And to help us unpack this, we're looking at this research paper, Enhancing Software Engineering Education through an authentic web-based simulation of companies. And it's all centered around this platform called Class2Code. And basically, it's trying to solve some of the major problems in how we currently teach future software developers. The paper dives into this gap that exists between what students learn in their lectures and what they actually need out there, in the real world, in the field. Even internships, we always talk about how important those are, even though sometimes don't give you the full picture. So Class2Code could be a game changer because it tries to actually simulate an entire software company experience. And the researchers really emphasize this point that traditional education, it kind of struggles to give students that practical experience, and especially the soft skills. And those we know are super important for real-world success. It's not enough to just know how to code. You have to be able to work on a team, deal with clients, ability to adapt and solve problems. That's what is going to make a graduate stand out. And Class2Code is interesting because it tries to actually create this virtual space where all of that is replicated. How does it work? We talk about simulating a company structure. So are students actually working on projects like real projects with deadlines and everything? Of course, they have these long-term projects set up and working with clients. But it's all designed to really mimic the company flow was replicated to provide a real software engineer job. We using this combination of real developers and AI that represent clients. How effective is Class2Code? The research is still ongoing. It's important to remember that. But they do have some initial feedback from students who have been using the platform. It's pretty positive. Students seem to be enjoying it. And they're reporting that they're seeing benefits in terms of developing both their technical skills and their soft skills, which is exactly what Class2Code is aiming for. What makes it different from all the other options? One of the key differences, I would say, is that it's web-based. So, unlike some of those fancy VR simulations, which require expensive equipment, Class2Code is accessible to basically anyone. All you need is a computer and an internet connection. Also, students aren't just learning to code in a vacuum. They're actually getting exposed to that whole life cycle of software development from the beginning to the end. So they're not just writing lines of code. They're learning about project management, client communication, testing, debugging, also how they got there, how they tackled challenges, how they thought about the problem. So it's not just about did you get the right answer? It's about how did you think your way through it? And that can give us so much more information about a student's understanding, their abilities, their potential. And that's what's so intriguing about this research. It's really pushing the boundaries of what's possible in terms of both instruction and assessment in software engineering education. It's moving away from just measuring what students know and towards measuring how they actually apply that knowledge in a real-world-like setting. It's a pretty radical shift in thinking, but I think it's a necessary one. The world of software development is changing so rapidly, and we need to make sure our education system is keeping pace. It's not just a platform, it's a philosophy. It's a new way of thinking about how we prepare students for the future of work. Creating a space where students feel safe to take risks, try things out, even mess up a little bit and ask for help without feeling dodged. For sure. A supportive environment, one that really fosters collaboration. Where students are learning from each other, not just from the instructors. Are there any limitations in Class2Code? One of limitations is how do you actually measure how well someone is doing in this kind of crazy dynamic environment? We put these 3 strategies to solve this problem: traditional tests, AI like building robust progress tracking tools and assessment tools, and getting feedback from peers in the same project. Also, the paper really stresses that instructors are still key to support students and give them feedback. It's important to remember that AI is still a tool. It's not a replacement for teachers. The role of the teacher, it's become more important than ever with AI-powered world. Because teachers bring something that AI can't. They bring the human elements, the empathy, the inspiration, motivate them, that kind of thing. So it's not about, AI versus teachers. We kind of envision instructors taking on more of a facilitator role, or like a coach, kind of guiding students through the simulation and being there to handle. This is what distinguishes Class2Code. It bridges the gap between the human element and technology. Does Class2Code have the potential to really change how we teach software engineering? Class2Code represents a pretty big shift in how we think about software engineering education. It's moving away from that traditional lecture-based model and towards something that's much more hands-on, more experiential. It's that whole learning by doing things. It's not about memorizing facts. It's about being able to apply your knowledge in real-world situations. Software engineer needs those soft skills, those adaptability skills, that problem-solving mindset. Should have to be able to learn new things quickly, be comfortable with uncertainty, and be able to work effectively in teams. And Class2Code is hitting all those points. It's not just a platform, it's a whole new way of thinking about education. It's about preparing students, not just for their first job, but for a lifetime of learning and growth. Visual overview of Class2Code's simulated company structure. Top-level management. The simulation starts with a clear hierarchy, featuring a CEO at the top who supervises 3 managers, a development manager, a design manager, and a QA manager, establishing a structured approach to project management. Team managers. Development manager leads the development team, ensuring smooth coding practices and technical development. Design manager heads the design team, focusing on UX/UI and creative design tasks. QA manager manages the QA team, ensuring software quality and testing. Specialized teams. Under the development manager, there are 2 specialized groups. Back-end developers, responsible for server-side development. Front-end developers, focused on the client-side interface and user experience. The design manager oversees the UX/UI designers, who work on creating user-friendly and visually appealing designs. The QA manager supervises the testing engineers, who ensure the product's reliability through rigorous testing. Project workflow. Each team contributes to the project assigned by the AI client, simulating real-world client interactions. The platform introduces a simulated project environment where teams interact with an AI client that provides requirements, emulating genuine project dynamics found in the software development industry. This simulation offers students a practical learning experience, allowing them to engage with roles and responsibilities typical in software development, thereby enhancing their understanding of working in a corporate structure.
Hi there, I'm Dr. Sahil Oda from Bethlehem University, and today, I'm excited to try out Class2Code with my students. Let's dive in. First, I'm exploring the homepage. Looks sleek and user-friendly. Now, I'll create an account and set up our company for Bethlehem University. This will simulate a real software development environment for my students. Alright, here's our main page. Let's navigate through the other sections to get a feel for the platform. Time to build our company. I will name it Bethlehem Software Company, focusing on developing innovative software solutions. We have diverse groups of students, so I'll structure the company accordingly. Front-end team. Third-year students will handle all client-side development. Back-end team. Also third-year students, focusing on server-side logic. QA team. Fourth-year students will ensure the quality of our software. Requirements gathering team will reach out to the client to collect project specifications. Let's add students to teams. Since I need more back-end developers, I'll post about our need, hoping to collaborate with students from other universities. Now I want to add a project for students to start working on. Alright, let's move forward. I'm now assigning a crucial task to our requirements gathering team. The mission is to contact the client, who is the project owner, and collect all the necessary requirements for our software project. Hey, I'm Ali Ahmad, a software engineering student from Bethlehem. Dr. Sahel just added me to the Bethlehem Software Company and assigned me to the requirements gathering task. I'm thrilled to get started. I'll meet with the client and gather all the necessary project requirements to pass on to our development teams. Now I started working on the task by communicating with the client to collect information. We appreciate your time and interest in exploring Class2Code. We hope this presentation has provided valuable insights into our project and its potential to revolutionize the educational experience for software engineering students. To explore our project in more detail, you can read our scientific paper published on the internet, under the title Enhancing Software Engineering Education through an Authentic Web-Based Simulation of Companies' Workflow.